Yeah, welcome in. It's a Friday. Look at that. Lofty's in the house. Shander's in the house. You're in the house. You're in for some trouble out there. Chris is producing. Welcome to the Odd Shop. We have a lot to get to, a lot to look at. We're going to get the market-based approach from the OddsShopper premium tool. Lofty gets to make fun of me. First off, right away, like the most beautiful thing about recapping what the show has done the night before, if you weren't on that show, is you get to make fun, carte blanche, bulletproof vest of anybody who fucked up. So let me not bury the lead. That was me. What's up, my brother? Greedy in the house. We got a nice offseason. Not even you can rain down on my Philadelphia Eagles offseason.
Dude, this isn't for Slay. I don't even care if we brought him. It's St. Patrick's Day, Eytan.
Well, I'm sorry. You're talking to a Russian Jew. I don't.
I'm 107% Irish.
Yes, I have a little Irish in me. We
like
all do, don't we?
Yeah, probably. I'm like 70%. I know Chris has got to be 100. Chris Karen, he's got to be 100%.
Loughran, I mean, I imagine there isn't much outside of that region, right? The UK. It's not like
this is exactly.
It's
this
a healthy mix of Scottish, Irish.
Yeah, I'm not from Korea. Check this out, though.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Loughran's Irish pub. That's pretty cool, huh?
Did you travel to Ireland to get that hoodie?
No, my uncle gave it to me when I was at his house. It's pretty sweet, though. I actually think it's in New York. It's in New York. Okay. It's like an hour and a half for me. I'm gonna take a trip there, rocking this hoodie one day, and tell him, hey, I'm Dave Loughran. How you doing?
You might have to show your ID, right, just to prove it.
Oh yeah. Are you drinking tonight? I know you're not much of a drinker. You can get a few down.
Brother, I am leaving this show for TV. I'm coming back. I'm doing 2 videos, the leans, the locks. I'm doing the XFL. By the time I'm done, I don't know if I'll have the energy to lift something. But yes, actually, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. I will be drinking simply because of the tournament. So if there was nothing but like a late night NBA sweat, I probably would just crash. But with the tournament, the NBA, there's a lot of action tonight. So yeah, it'll be by myself. I'm going to be pulling a Chris Karen, which is maybe a 12-ounce or 16-ounce solo in the basement with a couple of TVs on. But you know what, brother? I'll be there with you in spirit.
Good stuff, dude. I wouldn't exactly consider that drinking, but that's enough for me.
It's alcohol in my body. For a guy, as you said, I'm not like typically going out and putting one down. But yeah, I mean, I have to tonight. Right?
Yeah, you have to.
Absolutely. What is the best Irish cuisine? Something that no matter where you are on the planet, if you came into the pub, if you came into the bar, if it was served at your house, it would be really good. And don't give me like bangers and mash, because I hear bangers is pretty shitty.
Oh, I have no idea, dude. Do Irish people have any good food?
I don't know. The stereotype out there is that they don't.
I mean, I feel pretty confident.
Israel has shitty food too. All right. I went over there and ate fast food. So it's not like we have. I'm not going to put something in a knish and tell you that it's a beautiful thing.
I mean, they're probably a little worn out on potatoes, if you know what I mean. So
yes.
I don't know. I'm sure they have something. Soda bread. Shellfish. Irish stew. Colcannon and whatever that is. Boiled bacon and cat. Yeah, I mean, listen, my wife, her family, very Italian. Give me Italian food all day long. I'll stick with Italian food. You won't hear a single complaint out of me.
Brother, my wife is Italian. Her mother, Italian. It's every week we have the dinner, the Sunday.
Oh, yes. The Sunday dinner, like early dinner though, right?
Yeah.
It's all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I have 2 nieces who are 5 and 3 that have school and stuff. So that's the out.
Yep. Oh, it's the best, man. It really, you can't beat it. You can't, and they just cook up a massive, you could, if you have an Irish wife or husband, whatever, an Irish significant other's family,
right?
You eat well. You eat well, and they love red wine. I'm not a wine drinker though.
No, and every now and again, and I'll close with this here as we go look back at what we did last night. Every now and again, you get I hit the jackpot. My father-in-law is not Italian, German, of that heritage, like German, Irish, what have you. But he cooks. He makes this amazing food. So think about how good of a cook you would need to be for your Italian wife to say, okay, you got it tonight. You got it this week. Like, you got it, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. All right. So my wife, she can do no wrong because I will never go hungry again.
That's all that matters.
There you go. See?
And you know what
I look
else?
like it too.
Nobody should go hungry on OddsShopper Premium either,
No,
because
we have a week free. Come on.
you look at, you want to talk about going hungry. I'll tell you, you see a lot of people out there being like, I just can't buy a win lately. Well, now you don't have to, because your first week's free anyway. That's besides the point. We got all the best bets sorted for you today. And I got to tell you, man, I'm looking at XROI over at OddsShopper Premium. Not sure how you're going to feel about this, but the highest expected ROI is an under right now on a Philadelphia player named Joel Embiid on points, rebounds, and assists. 51.5.
It's a monster number. I think the problem here, and I have actually cooked up because you've got
I see what you did there.
Well, look, I've got something here that I'm going to play, and I've cooked it up for the show as well. You've got a ton that you've brought not only yourself, but from the Chalkboard app and beyond. But yeah, man. Now you just jumped to this. Like you don't even want to recap what happened yesterday and all. You just want to get to Embiid right away because you're nervous and you're concerned.
Oh no, I'm not concerned at all. But like BetRivers, if you're in our neck of the woods and you're on BetRivers,
it's a good number.
It's a good number. MGM has it at 125. DraftKings has it at minus 125.
BetMGM, if you FanDuel 120.
Yeah, it's just a really good price on that. I think it makes sense too. Not to mention, like you're already getting a good price on that. I hate to factor in blowouts here, but they are 10.5 point road favorites. So this could be a spot where they look to get them a little bit of rest if they go up early. I don't place bets based on blowout potential because that, weird stuff frequently. You look at Detroit yesterday, they were 13.5 point road dogs. They ended up losing by a handful, but that game was hyper competitive and the closers played till the end of that game. So it happens all the time, right? Like Boston the other day against Houston, huge favorites. Houston beat them outright. It happened. The Spurs beat the Nuggets outright last week, and they were 13.5 point road dogs, or home dogs. So it happens. And I don't want to factor that in, but just looking at this spot, maybe it provides a little bit of extra cushion. But right now, 8% expected ROI on Joel Embiid under 51.5 PRA. That's a lot of points, rebounds, and assists, no matter how good he is.
Absolutely. And I think looking at the chat, Jet Wayman is where my mind is. And I think that is why people would jump to the over here. But the reality is where I think Embiid is going to be shorted tonight is on the glass, and especially on assists. So to your point, you can still get 35, 38 points, and I think be short here if he has a slow night off the glass. That's assuming that either Philadelphia is not blowing the shit out of Charlotte, or for whatever reason, as we've seen, as you just laid out, being on the road, heavier favorite, maybe it is a slower start, what have you, and the Sixers are down to the point where it's just like, all right, you chalk this thing up. But I'm with you. I think under 51.5 does make sense. It's minus 110 at BetRivers Sugar House, where you're betting that, and it's beating the market with our algorithm to the tune of 8%. I want to take it as Zach Collins, if I may. He's the other one, Lofty.
I want to ask you a quick question, though.
Sure.
What states does BetRivers operate in?
I know they're here in Pennsylvania.
I know they're in PA, but it's not a lot of other. It's not a lot of other states, right? Like, what about Sugar House and Unibet? Just a few states, right?
So my experience is, what is it, Front Street or Rush Street, whatever it is, that owns BetRivers also owns Sugar House. So I've had like limits and stuff at BetRivers where I've moved to Sugar House, Rush Street, whatever the hell it is. It's the same exact book. The same odds in PA. I can't speak elsewhere. In PA, I have not, in my experience, betting Sugar House and going over and checking BetRivers, had any real discrepancy at all between the lines. So in Pennsylvania, my answer is I think they're just the same book, or they're getting the same odds and essentially from the same owner.
So you're probably right. And here's why I ask, right? You'll find this interesting, and you guys might find this across some of your like regional books as well. So DraftKings, FanDuel, BetMGM, all the big ones that are pretty much widely available. Like DraftKings and FanDuel are everywhere where you could bet, basically. Yep. MGM is next in line. They're all juiced pretty heavy on the under. Sugar House, Unibet, and BetRivers are all at minus 108. Sorry, BetRivers at minus 110. But those are all three, and those are like specific to just a few states. All of them in PA are at minus 108, minus 110. So kind of interesting on that. But I'm just wondering, because this is a Philly game, is what I'm saying.
Sure. No, I get it, man. Look, the other one, you want to stay with Philly, specifically with BetRivers. I know I mentioned Zach Collins, so we'll come back to him in a little bit. But let's stay under this. This was one of the plays that jumped out immediately in the morning. Now it's shifted a little bit. And if you were on the NBA parlay video, which by the way has hit twice this week, simply using, bro, I'm telling you, this is the easiest job in the world is to do the NBA parlay video, because I just show up, I look at what it tells me to do. I explain that the market-based approach is just our algorithm taking the sharpest books on the planet, not country, but planet, and finding legs that beat, specifically whatever book you're looking at, beat every other market, right? Every other book. So I even
you're trying to catch these books. One of these books sleeping is all you're trying to do.
It's it. And I think we've done that and shown that again a couple of times over and over again. The parlay tool is just finding that for you, so you don't have to sit there and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes, an hour, what have you. But I mean, it's insane. You just roll out of bed and do it. I don't even need to brush my teeth for that one. The other one I do every now and again, but look at Harden. My point being is that this popped up at the beginning of the day, the PRA. We use this as one of the legs for the NBA parlay. It's still beating the market now on BetRivers. Earlier it was BetMGM, but you see it's fluctuated. It was a different number. It was 41.5, and so it's dipped now. And we caught that in the morning. But now here, 40.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Look, the books have him at 6.5 as far as his rebounds are concerned. Pretty decent expectation for him to hover around 6 boards tonight. He's going to need a lot of assists. This is a 15 to 18 assist night for James Harden to get over that number. Again, 42 or 41, depending on when you're watching this here on the OddsShopper earlier. My point, Lofty, is that while it's beating the market at minus 108 at Sugar House, BetRivers, Unibet, it also makes sense that, again, like Embiid, you can reach this conclusion.
Exactly. Yeah, and both of those are unders. The two of the best unders, two of the best bets are coming from Philly players today, depending on where you get it, of course. Also, I had asked everyone in our chalkboard, right? It's our new sports betting just community. Like, we're chatting, giving out picks, all that's totally free. We just started yesterday, Eytan, so it's ground floor style, right? Like, getting everybody. I already told people yesterday, everyone that joined Chalkboard, the app is free, but everything we do there is free too. Like, it's not like, oh, week free. Everything's free. We're just hanging out. We're building a community. So here's the way I see it. It's like, when we have an amazing day, the other day, the Domantas Sabonis triple-double hit at plus 390, everyone celebrates together. Yesterday, when the Brooklyn Nets across the board shit the bed after looking great in the first quarter, we commiserate together. You know what I mean? So the app, the link is down there. And like I said, it's 100% free forever. We just want you guys to come in. Let's have a place where we can do this free of charge, hang out, shoot the shit, give our picks, give our own picks out, sweat them together, win and lose together, all of that stuff. And I had told everyone yesterday, we're going to do a bunch of like free months of OddsShopper Premium and NBA Bet Pro. Just, I feel like for early adopters, coming in and help us build this community. I think it's the right thing to do.
Now, did you bring up specifically the Brooklyn Nets game? Because Eric Lindquist and myself yesterday on this very show built a Mikal Bridges 3-ladder that failed at each and every fucking rung of the ladder. Is that why you brought it up?
No, that's hilarious. It's funny, though, because Greg and I yesterday morning were hitting the 3-ladder. We both started off with Bridges over 2.5 threes, because on DraftKings it was plus 105.
Yes, sir. We got it there too. Here, yeah.
Everywhere else it was minus money. And then we're in chat, and just like throughout the morning, we go, all right, like we have to ladder this. And unfortunately, he hit 2 threes in the first 6 minutes of the game. It looked like a lock. So today I asked the community, I was like, yo, give me your ladder plays. Like, we're going to discuss them. I got some great responses, and they shot me some double-double parlay options. So we'll double-double. We'll do a double-double parlay, maybe 2 leg, maybe 3, depending on how we feel. And let's get our mojo back and hit a ladder play here.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. I'm totally with it. I think you can. Well, I'm already like my vote is in for who we want to ladder. So we'll get to that for sure. Before we do though, let's just review the poll here real quick. The community parlay last night did not hit. I need to take the hit on that. That was my fault. Fucking guy finishes with 3 shots on goal. What are you going to do? They win like 50-6, 38 shots on goal. And Matthew, after I went through this whole big expose of the last name and the all, let me down. It's neither here nor there. We're right back today. We have 3 NBA choices for you. The Warriors plus 4.5, currently in the lead. Number 2 is the college play. We can't ignore what's happening right now in the tournament by any means. In fact, a couple of live sweats for me we'll get to in a sec. But Montana State plus 8, that's number 2. Dallas Mavericks plus 4.5 is third. Nobody wants the Wizards. Nobody at all wants the Wizards at plus 5. I don't blame you by any means.
Did you put one in?
I voted Montana State only because I'm on Montana State. I know our mutual friend Ben Raza is on Montana State. I took the Warriors and so I took the Warriors and the Cavs in the 5-for-5 video this morning. So that's where I stand on that. But
I like that. Obviously, I mean, Curry's expected to play, right? So
yeah.
that's good. Had he not been, that would get a little dicey because Draymond Green is suspended as well for that technical. But yeah, I can get behind. I can get behind the Warriors here.
Okay,
get behind the Warriors against.
Is that what you're going to vote? Warriors are in the lead.
Shootout, dude. 248 total.
Yeah, that's insane. That is absolutely insane.
Nuts.
I mean, that's too big. Don't you have to just go under there? Well, here's the thing. If you like the Warriors, the only thing I would say why I would be inclined to go over, as monster of a number as that is, if you like the Warriors in this game, Atlanta's defense over the past couple of games has just been atrocious, non-existent. They're ghosts out there. So if you like the Warriors, it stands to reason that they're going to do a lot of scoring.
Right. That's all it comes down to. Like you said, Atlanta defensively, it's absolutely brutal.
Right.
I think, let's see, I can pull it up right now. I can tell you right now. See all details. I went into OddsShopper for this one. That's why you go here for all of this good stuff. And
now walk us through what you're doing here.
Well, I mean, the total has been bet up from 247 to 248.5 in some spots. But here's the thing. Look at this. So now the 77% of the public money is on the under. 53% of the bets, 77% of the money's on the under.
Yeah, I'm okay there.
Yeah.
I'm still okay going. I think 249 would probably, like, I wouldn't go over 249, 248.5. Can we get it anywhere else? Oh, 248. Okay. So we can still get it at 248.
Yep. Yeah. That's the lowest you're going to get it.
Yeah. And that's a beautiful representation. This is the free part, by the way, of the OddsShopper site. So imagine what you could do. We showed you the premium tool, which we'll go back to throughout the show here. Remind you that you have a week free of this, so you can bounce around from what you see here and also the behind the scenes stuff. Look, man, I have to be honest, though. You've got my interest peaked. You're speaking my language. You've got double parlays. You've got ladders. Like, I'm not going to be able to focus on PrizePicks until we get this shit out of the way. You know,
let's do it. Somebody asked me
to start here.
Somebody asked me about Klay Thompson laddering the threes today. And, the first thought is like, oh, yeah, we'd love to do that. But then you consider the fact that with Klay Thompson, you can't ladder Klay Thompson threes. Yep. Because do you know what the odds are on 5+ made threes for Klay right now?
Plus 100, 110.
Yeah, plus 140. That's on 5+.
Yeah, that's nothing.
So, like, even if you start at 3+ threes, minus 450.
No, that's insane. You're right. And it's not worth it to just go over 4.5 or play 5+, because, like you said, you don't get the option. Like, if you had the option to go 8+ or 9+, maybe you would look at that 5+ and see if there's enough jump, if there's enough gap. to make sense. But no, I'm with you right there. So, hey, real quick, before we throw some names out there, let's start with the double-double stuff, because that's going to be some monster shit by all means. This is what I'm currently sweating right now in college basketball, all right? Because you don't have any live tickets. I don't know where your bracket is by any means. But currently right now, it is Pitt +4. They're still in the first half. And I have this first half under 69.5. Now, shout out to the Discord. Sway McThunder was the one who initially solidified this play for me. I was leaning it earlier with Raza, brought it to the crew, the community. That's what we do. Just like Chalkboard, we have multiple spots here for you that you can hang and do different things on. Pitt is up 26-19 at the 4-minute mark. First half for NC State and Creighton. I have it at the 7:09 mark, 20-14 Creighton. So not terrible with that 69.5 first half, 34 total points. All right, that's just the sweat. So I was hoping, some of me was hoping that this would work against me, only because you could then just pile on me and say, ha, you idiot. That's why
they look good right now. They up
for now.
I'm not up 7. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying anything. No celebrating in the streets yet. All right. What's the biggest double-double that jumped out to you?
All right. Well, I can give you the longest odds double-double that jumps out to me.
And where are these in the sense, like, were these manually created on FanDuel, or were these double-double options?
These are double-double props, like to record a double-double type prop.
Got it. Okay.
So check this out, right? Kevin Porter Jr. on FanDuel is 4-1, plus 400 to double-double, okay? I grabbed it earlier today on DraftKings at plus 600.
Wow.
Massive difference. It's still at plus 600. So, like, if you're only on FanDuel and you're like, I want Kevin Porter Jr. to double-double today, and you put $100 down to win 400, you could have put 100 down to win 600 on DraftKings. I really think the discrepancies here with double-double props and stuff like that are one of the best ways to shop. Now, of course, you're also, they're long shots. It's the same thing, and you know this, with anytime touchdown props and stuff like that. You could go and find one on DraftKings at plus 200. Some on FanDuel, I've found them at like plus 400 on the same exact player. So shop around double doubles. Never take it from the first book you're looking at, because sometimes you're going to get good options. Kevin Porter, listen, this guy's playing huge minutes, 38 and 39 minutes over his last 2 games, which is massive. They're not tanking. You say what you want, but they're not tanking. They just beat the Lakers, who need to win games. They just beat the Celtics. Go to combos, player stack combos. That's where it is. Player combos. And he's played 38, 39 minutes. Jalen Green just played 40 minutes the other day. Porter's averaging as well 93 touches per game over the last 2. He's just super involved in the offense right now. He's playing the most minutes he's played all season long. Sure, they might be tanking, but you can tank. You can do it however you want. They're not actively tanking by resting guys. He's doubled in 2 of his last 5. Is it a long shot? Yeah, of course. It's 6-1, but I'll take it at 6-1 over 4-1 any day of the week. Yeah, man, I love it. By the way, where do you think? So if you were just to build this now manually here, right? Because the double-double on Kevin Porter, if you look at his stats, it's 17.5 for points, right? So you just throw that 10 in there. But the rebounds or assists is where you would be able to also attack this. So I'm just curious what the alt line is on Kevin Porter, because rebounds, right, 5.5. Assists is also going to be there at 5.5. Now, 5.5 on assists is going to be shaded, right? It's going to be juiced to the over. But 10 rebounds, for example, for Porter is 850, which I think you're going to play the assist here, right? I would look towards the assist. He's been rebounding well. It's the same number as DK's double-double. That's all. I was looking at 600 there. That's fine. But again, I was looking to see if there was any difference, right? Like if 10 assists on FanDuel was plus 650 or plus 700, something like that, then you can take it that step further, because this double-double ain't happening with points and rebounds. What you could do, if you really wanted to live on the edge
Mr. Lofty, on St. Patrick's Day is manually build the triple-double and see what that comes out to. So if I go Porter, 10 assists, 10 rebounds, 10 points on FanDuel, that's plus 4718.
What is it? Plus what?
4718. It's 47-1 that Kevin Porter triple doubles manually.
That's, yeah, I mean, because it's not going to happen.
Right. But I am curious, right? What does the 2 triple double play?
They don't have one, unfortunately.
It's 4,100. Okay, so on FanDuel,
4,100.
Right.
Yeah.
So on FanDuel, to record a triple double for Kevin Porter is 4,100. If you build it manually, it's 4718.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. It ain't gonna happen.
But no. That, yeah, for sure. And for what it's worth, the reason I wasn't on like over PRA or over points or assists or rebounds is because all the books, there's a consensus mostly on most of these books, Eytan, with that. Like, they're all so similar. OddsShopper's got those with negative ROIs. So I was like, why not take the massive discrepancy between FanDuel and DraftKings here?
I love it, man. I love it. You know, you keep finding this stuff. Not everything is going to pop up on every single tool, right? So sometimes when you're looking at exotics, you're looking at things, combos, double doubles, ladders, stuff that you may have to do manually or may have to put your own work into. What you said as far as just being able to find that gap. So Kevin Porter is there. What else do you have from Double Double World?
All right. So we had a couple people hit me up in the Chalkboard app, right? I'm looking through it right now. We had a few that were interesting. Now, I'd like to get your thoughts on these as well. We can kind of work through these a little bit. Somebody asked about Clint Capela.
Ooh. Well, Draymond out, right? You've got the expectation here that this game is going to be up and down. That total is monster.
It is a monstrous total. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, is Kevon Looney keeping Clint Capela from 10 rebounds in a game in which you're probably going to have 150 possessions, right? So I on the surface, I like it. In fact, I think you can do that. What is the number for that? I actually like that. I like that alongside Porter. So far, no issue here. And you know me, if something jumps out, but I think the circumstances tonight, Capela on the books is juiced to the over at 10.5. I think just getting a double-double is going to be a play. What number do you have it at?
Minus 105. And I think that's fair. Listen,
yeah,
his minutes are all over the place, but he's doubled in, dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of his last 8. And one where he didn't, he played only 21 minutes. Oh, okay. Chris just said, see, here you go. The double-double on FanDuel is at plus 105 on Capela.
Beautiful.
See, that's why if you're looking for, shop these, man. Shop the double-doubles. You can find some wild discrepancies. I agree with you, though. Very high total, 248. I would love to see him get the big minutes here. That would be amazing. But I think you're kind of protected by the fact that it is a massive total, fast-paced game for sure.
So real quick, I did see Mac on the chat ask about what the tool says for Curry. I want to get to that in a second. We'll come back to a ladder. But real quick, I'm sorry, Chris, I just wanted to hit one more thing on the Capela. If you wanted to be greedy, like our new cornerback here in Philadelphia, you could build a quasi ladder and take Capela to double-double at plus 105, then take Clint Capela 12 plus rebounds at plus 110.
All right, so here's my only question. Is it enough if you're going from plus 105 to plus 10? Like, if that was plus 200, maybe we're like, okay, yeah, let's go.
Well, that's the thing. On his over-under is 10.5 minus 128 to 12 at plus 110. So if, 14 rebounds is where you're really going to see that jump at 240, but I don't. Again, this would you do that? Would it make you worthwhile? Could I throw in an extra 14 plus at plus 240 to make it seem a little more worthwhile?
Probably not.
Okay.
With Capela, like his double doubles are usually pretty bare bone. And the reason that the rebounds is plus 110 is because he might get the rebounds and not get the points. Whereas with Kevin Porter, in all likelihood, he's going to get the points. And if he doesn't double double, it's going to be because the rebounds or the assists aren't there.
So I have good news for our friend Mac Hudson on the chat. You have any questions? You have any suggestions or names or plays, whatever it is, solo stuff that you want to see, or even the parlay. We're going to build a parlay from the tool before we get out of here. I'm looking at Steph Curry. And again, you have a week free of this tool below just to check out. What we suggest is that you jump on this right away, sign up, and then you have the whole show to kind of hang and learn and see how it works. But it's really simple. I have good news for you, Mac. There is one plus EV leg available for you right now in the market that I see for Steph Curry that's under 7.5 assists at minus 127 at BetRivers. It is a positive XROI, meaning it's a plus EV bet, and it's got a 56% X win chance. So that is the one bet that is popping, Lofty, in this game.
Yeah. What
he just
was the
needs
line
to
on
ball
it?
hog the shit out of it.
What was the line on it?
Under 7.5 assists at minus 127. So just score 50 again, knock down 7 threes again. Don't look like turn into Anthony Davis. There is no rational reason right now why Anthony Davis should notch an assist in any basketball game. Get to the line. I don't care if 3 guys are on you. Get to the line. Like there's no reason Steph Curry should be hovering around 6 assists tonight. Take the game over.
I have no issues with that at all. Yeah, like FanDuel, it's 6.5 plus 118, but that's 6.5.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So you're laying a little more at under 7.5, which again makes sense because the under 7.5 is also beating some sharp books around the planet. Not bad. Like I'm not going to go under 6.5 at plus 118 because the market didn't tell me to go that way, right? So the tool is saying, well, yeah, under 6.5 at plus money may seem like a good idea because you're getting plus back. In actuality, the play here would be laying the 127 at 7.5.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you on that.
Okay. Now, I'm not saying you have to bet that. I'm just saying.
Oh, no, certainly. And I won't if I don't want to. But somebody had asked about Jason Tatum. Did I miss? Tatum's in.
The news said that he was questionable.
He's in. He's playing.
Correct.
Somebody asked, what about Smart points without Tatum?
We've got
Smart's
a banger.
Questionable now.
Well, Smart is questionable, but right now we have a banger for under 3.5 rebounds plus 104 on Sugar House.
Yeah, because dude, Smart's just been, God, he has been a ghost lately, and he's not the same player he was before he came back from the injury, and it could just be because there's so much usage and ball handling consumed by, everyone else in this starting lineup, namely Tatum and Jaylen Brown, that unders on Smart, if you're getting a good line on that, if you're getting a good number on that, that's a spot that I'm more than willing to get to. Yeah, plus money on minus 3.5 rebounds. Yeah, no problem. The problem is like not everybody has Sugar House. That's the problem because this is minus 128 on FanDuel.
Correct. It's 104 for me in PA right now. You have to bet this if this is available for you. You have to bet this.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just tried to bet $40 and I have to send the entire wager for approval because Sugar House knows that I have used a tool to beat them. There's no way I'd be betting this normally. There's no way you'd be going to Sugar House Casino and betting Marcus Smart.
It's true.
Right?
It's true, yeah. And that's why the smaller books, you're going to find a lot of inefficiencies for sure. You're absolutely going to, compared to like a FanDuel or something. FanDuel will give you some decent numbers, but how about this? We had somebody ask in the chalkboard, like I said, chalkboard, throw your questions out there. We'll hit it. Oh, the PKGC just said Harden under 40.5 PRA.
Yep,
so there you go. You would hit on that earlier. And we had a question about Tyrese Maxey and threes, right? On laddering the threes. I'm always interested in talking about this because Tyrese Maxey is the type of guy that when he's hitting, he is hitting and he can't be stopped. So let's see what these numbers look like across some of these books.
You're
see if we can
to me. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, this was the one I wanted to talk about because this was the one that I want to bet and have
it was
some
Blake,
fun
by
with.
the way, Blake 80 in Chalkboard. Sorry, go ahead.
No, absolutely. Thanks, Blake 80. Appreciate you because this is a fantastic suggestion. I think the spacing has returned with him in the starting lineup. That spacing has returned. We saw this right when James Harden got here last year, where that immediately opened up for Maxey. Something happened. I always blame Doc Rivers when it's nothing that you can physically point to on the floor. It was just an awful thing to move Maxey to the bench, what have you. That's gone. That's neither here. As Maxey's back, over 2.5 is plus 106. 4+ I'm on FanDuel is plus 270. And look, I think that if you are, here's the thing, 5+ is plus 650. I know it's insane. And what are you doing, Shander? You just blew the fucking Mikal Bridges thing last night. So what am I doing listening to you? But 5 is always, I don't know where you think, where you stand on this, Lofty. But if you're building a ladder with Maxey, the max is always live. Like he can erupt. And
that's what he hit 5 threes last game. He hit 6 threes 5 games ago.
Yep.
He literally has 2 of his last 5 games with 5+ threes.
Now, somebody just bet this because Tyrese Maxey 4+ just dipped and 5+ just dipped. So you greedy bastards out there, you didn't even let me bet this before you moved the line. Thank you.
He's a 41.5% 3-point shooter.
I love it.
And listen, he's going to have some bad games. You and I both know this. Like he'll have low volume games. But if Maxey's shot is falling, it becomes kind of automatic. We've watched enough Sixers to know that if it's happening, it's automatic. In all seriousness, if I'm laddering threes on Maxey, I don't know why you wouldn't ladder it up to 5. And listen, you have to structure your bet so you're not just putting 1 unit on every one of those, structure it, tier it down per each one. So you don't have to throw a unit on 5+. That's just getting yourself into serious trouble here. Put yourself in a position where if you do hit like 2, 3, 4 or 3 and 4, that you're still having a profitable night, even if the 5 doesn't hit. I mean, if you hit the 2 at plus 2 or 4 at plus 260, even 3 is still plus money. So 3 threes is plus 110, 4 is plus 260. And like you said, 5 made threes is plus 600. You don't need to throw the same amount on everything. You can still have a great night with even like a third of a unit on the 5.
Is this our show ladder, or do you want to build one officially for the show? By the way, Pitt is up 30-23 at the half.
Okay.
It's 28-24 with 54 seconds to go. That's 52 total points. I think under 69.5 is going to be safe there. Just an update. Just an update.
What's the total?
It's under 69.5 first half is my play. It's 28-26 now. So what, 54 total points? I'm doing math on the fly. I wasn't
28, 50, 28. I don't know. I can't pay
exactly.
attention.
Karen's like, hey, why don't you put your plays up and stuff? And now I'm stuck here doing live math
He's
on the
fucking
show.
us all up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it seems like you're in good shape there.
Okay. Just going back to that. Do you want, I saw a couple of other suggestions. I see Xavier Tillman, Trey Jones, couple of others, Kuminga. So we'll bounce around on this, but do you want to build a show ladder? Because look, or do you want to just have Tyrese Maxey represent us as our show ladder? That's not a bad choice, by the way.
I don't mind Maxey. When it comes to these ladder plays, I want guys that can just go nuclear and, but also guys that aren't attempting 100 threes per game. You can't ladder Clay and Curry. There's a lot of those players that you just can't do it without paying an insane premium on like 4+. And I don't think either of us are interested in doing that, right?
No.
Maxey, Beal the other day when Ben and I were on was plus 700, I think it was, or plus 650 at 4+ threes. Maxey plus 600 at 5+. No issues with that. I'm willing to entertain another one if you have something for us.
I love Maxey. I bet Maxey. The only other, I mean, we're talking about threes here, right? I mean, that's what we ladder on this show. This is grown, grown person material, right? Grown man, whatever.
It's
material.
It's a fun bet whenever you ladder these bets.
Yeah, I agree with you. So we'll stay away, like you mentioned, we'll stay away from Golden State. I'm just looking to see if there was anything else, because what I want is a guy that I think I know I can get. Lillard's going to be ridiculously juiced.
Wait, hold on. Finish your sentence. You want someone that you can get crazy odds on?
No, I want somebody that I know. Okay, so what I'm looking for on 3-point ladders is somebody that I know I can get in rhythm, in game flow, in motion, not stretching, not having a ridiculously off night, but through general expectation can get me 4 on an over 2.5 play. Tyrese Maxey is a perfect example of that. You get him in rhythm, you get him with spacing, he knocks down a 3 or 2 to 3. The difference of 3 and 4 is not as wide as it may seem on the book in flow. That's my point. So that's what I'm looking for. Somebody that's at 2.5 that I think, all right, I can get to 4 tonight.
Right. I'm with you.
That's what I'm looking at. Like Al Horford might be a guy that I would belligerently black out on St. Patty's Day and bet a ladder on.
I don't mind it. I also have another one from Chalkboard. Somebody asked this question, and I dug into it a little bit. Makes some sense. Caris LeVert is, you can't ladder him up to 4 unless you can on DraftKings. On FanDuel, it's only up to 3. But 2 plus 3s is minus 110, and 3 is plus 310. So a little mini ladder there, I think, is actually kind of appealing.
That's on DK?
On FanDuel.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you said that was on DraftKings.
I was saying, I don't know if it's not on DraftKings, but it is on FanDuel. With Lamar Stevens, he only played 11 minutes last game, starting in place of Jared Allen, right? So they're just throwing Mobley at the 5.
Yep.
If that's the case, and he's only playing a first half, like short first quarter and third quarter rotation, LeVert played 36 minutes off the bench last game. He absolutely lit up the Sixers. 5 of 10 for 3, 4 of 5 the game before that, 4 for 9 against Miami. Now, sure, there'd been games where like Garland or Mitchell was missing, but they're probably just more inclined to keep playing smaller here with Jared Allen out, throw Mobley at the 5, and allow for more shooting in the starting, or sorry, not in the starting lineup, but in the rotation. If you're getting another big minute opportunity from LeVert, I don't know if he gets to 36 again. My assumption is that Lamar Stevens might play a little bit more than he did last game, but I don't hate the minus 110 at 2 plus 3s and then plus 310 at 3 plus 3s for Caris LeVert in a good matchup against Washington.
Yeah, I'm with it. I think you can, even if you're not in the latter game, if you just want to look at, what can I do? Plus 310 for 3 plus. I'm fine with playing that, but since we're building here, this is a great 2-rung, minus 113 for 2, plus 310 for 3. You wanted to move over to DK and add that sprinkle of 4 plus. Go ahead, go nuts. Okay.
Yeah.
I would prefer Maxey as the one that represents the show.
I'm with you.
Okay. But I like this LeVert ladder a lot. In fact, I think I'm going to play it.
Yeah, it's only a 2-rung ladder.
Yeah, that's it. It's
like
also the one I sold on QVC that you never bought.
You ended up to 310 as well, so I don't hate that at all. I wanted to see one more thing here, just to make sure, because sometimes you'll find some weird discrepancies in. Yeah, I mean, I always find this interesting. It's not significant, but it can be over time. Maxey on FanDuel 2.5 threes. The over is plus 108. But if you were to bet Maxey 3 plus 3s, it's plus 110. That should be the exact same line, and it's not.
Great call. And that's why you always look there.
That's from the chat. Someone in chat mentioned that.
Yep. And that's the thing. And good job on the chat there. They will get you. I see this on shots on goal too. They will get you because it's laziness. They don't think you'll check on both. What other reason would it be? This is a mistake. It happens all the time. It's because people don't do their own due diligence. It's because people don't. So whoever shouted that out on the chat, thank you. Appreciate that big time. It was also on screen. All right. Is that Chris yelling at you or me?
Probably me. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Chris, give the credit to the chat, can't we?
Yeah, exactly. I see our pal Kickstart. I'm sure there's some others as well. Let's hit PrizePicks, please, because we got to we have to get out with the community parlay. I know Lofty's got a leg. The poll is up there, 81 votes. That's not nearly enough. So please, if you haven't voted, go ahead and vote for these options. We've given you 4, but let's look at the PrizePicks parlay builder. I love this, man. I did a college basketball PrizePicks video this morning. Guess what I did, Lofty? Exactly what you would have done if you had to build a college basketball PrizePicks parlay builder.
What'd you do?
I went right to the tool. I went right to the OddsShopper premium tool.
You put it on a tee for me and I missed. Yeah, you should go straight to the tool. And also check out Josh's video right here on the OddsShopper channel. All that stuff. Yeah, the tool's awesome. I know you've been going to that. Like you said, it makes your life way easier. Probably doesn't take long to do those videos either.
No, it's more a matter of how do I fill, because there's no analysis to give. Look, this isn't the only way to approach betting, but it is a way to approach betting. And the easy thing may be to try this out in a sport that you're not as familiar with, right? So if you don't follow college basketball, maybe you don't follow the NBA as much. Maybe you're here because you thought Raza and Gajeski would be on today talking about the tournament. Sorry. But the point is, use this across the board, shots on goal if you don't follow the NHL, things along those lines, and you'll see how just attacking the market and gaps and widths in the market don't take analysis, because the tool is taking that out for us. So yeah, it's very easy. It is very easy. But you know what? It's working, right? Like, I can't say, oh yeah, it's very easy and not hit a parlay. We've hit 2 NBA parlays with this tool alone this week. The PrizePicks, building that up on, finding the gaps in the market. So yeah, man, I'm loving the fact this is the equivalent of a writer or editor to what ChatGPT is, right? Like, this is essentially replacing us.
Yeah, and we'll take it. I'm okay with this as long as I'm winning money with it. That's all that matters to me, in all seriousness. Yeah, we had a comment from yours too that was 4 out of 5 days I've grabbed a bag. Praise God. Happy Sunday. Thank you, OddsShopper. That was from your picks from just the other day. So very stoked about that. It's also you got that $20 free play up to $20 for Friday today over on PrizePicks.
On PrizePicks, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, Flex Friday on PrizePicks, risk free play up to $20. Let's see what we got here. I don't even want to change anything. Let's just take because we got a few that are 58% expected win percentage. A few 57s.
Yeah, I think the one that right. So Chris took out some CBBs and we just have the NBA in here, which is fine. That's great. What's the Tillman one, Chris? If you can that's under 10.5 points. Our buddy Max shouted out that the PRA unders for Tillman have been a gold mine. And this clearly is agreeing there with the market. So you've got a 5-leg flex play. Unless Chris wants to add a 6, you've got a 5-1 that makes a lot of sense here. We've got some good win percentages mixed in there. I don't need to touch a thing, Lofty.
I'm okay with it too. I prefer not to touch anything. Hell, I'll leave college in there. I'll leave here. The truth is that
let's leave it at 5, Chris. I'm sorry, real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. 5 from an ROI, from an expected ROI standpoint. And we just had a guy write an article on this on OddsShopper. It's a free article. He was like, the 5-pick flex play is your best, your best option as far as XROI goes. Better than 6, better than 4 even.
No, I love it, man. All right. So you're on the deeper dive coming up on the main channel. We've got a couple of things to get to before you continue this marathon day of basketball. But you talk about your brain goes from one side to the other, looking at a market-based betting approach.
So weird.
To talking about DFS.
Yeah, you got to learn to compartmentalize, man.
My God, man, that is insane.
The worst is when you have to do like an NBA DFS show and go straight to an NFL betting show or something like that. That throws you for a loop. Yeah.
All right, let's look at the community parlay, my brother. All right.
What do we got?
It looks like, as far as the poll, the Golden State Warriors plus 5.5. Yes, the first half hit. We love that. Thank you. Again, shout out to Sway McThunder on the Discord for pushing me in that direction to place that. All right, not bad, not bad. Now, don't jinx me with the check mark now because Pitt's going to lose by 50. So Golden State wins. All right, that's the first leg. The community leg is going to be the Warriors plus 4.5. What's yours, my friend?
All right. Well, I'm not going to go with anything egregious here. We can't do that. I'm going to pull one straight from OddsShopper. I'm going to sort by expected ROI. And of course, a lot of times I'll pick ones that I makes the most sense and use this to guide me. Let's go. Wait, what book are we doing this on?
Whatever you want. It's fine. Because whatever you do will make it work.
Okay. So I'm going to stick with one that's like traditional for everybody. So it makes their lives a little bit easier, right?
Yep.
I'll go, Kevon Looney, 6% expected ROI, under 21.5 PRA. That's at plus 105, 52% win percentage. I don't hate that. You want to throw that in?
Yeah, it's your world. Looney, go ahead. What's the prop? One more time for Chris.
Let's do it. Yeah. Kevon Looney under 21.5 PRA today. Of course, Draymond Green is out.
Yep.
So, God, that scares me though, man. But it's 125 everywhere else. 120, 122.
Yeah, 10 and 11 still gets you under that though.
I think we got it. It's minus 125 at BetMGM and plus 105 on DraftKings.
You have to play the DraftKings one.
I think you have to, right? Okay. All right, let's just do it. Let's plug it in.
All right, last one for me. We have to go back to hockey. Justin Falk, St. Louis. This is a shooting opportunity. Falk is going to get a lot of time on the ice. 3+ shots on goal for Justin Falk. Plus 130.
Okay. Did Chris spell that right? Because I have no idea.
Yeah, just like Marshall.
Okay. You a big Justin Falk fan?
Are you kidding me? I have his jersey. It's just like your Iverson one, except you can't see it in my shot. If Chris were able to widen my shot, then you may see the Falk jersey hanging from the rafters.
Nice. All right. Well, let's get us there. Falk, Looney, Warrior. So community on Looney was also just, on the Warriors ran away with it, right? That was like close to 50%.
That was a healthy one.
45%.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right,
everybody.
Appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah.
Real quick, the Chalkboard app. Come hang out with us. Let's have some fun. It's free. Not just the app, but everything. The chat, the picks, everything's free on that. Link is down there. Download the app. We're going to build this community up. We're going to be giving away a lot of free stuff in the process to all of our early adopters. So hopefully, Eytan, we see them over there.
First off, that parlay is plus 821.
Well, yeah, okay. I mean, we got a plus money leg in there with Looney, and I think yours is plus 130.
Both are, yeah.
Oh, yeah. If this hits, we're in business.
Absolutely. I echo that sentiment a couple of times over. I've been on that app before us and can speak from experience. It's smooth. It's easy. It's a great community. You can track stuff. So there's a lot of cool things to take advantage of, and you'll be integrated here on the show. If you haven't already, you freeloaders, hit that thumbs up button. We want you a part of what we're doing here beyond just this show. So make sure you subscribe. Tons and tons of content. Thanks to Chris. Thanks to you all out there at Lofty_D, at Shander Show. That's where you send the hate mail. See you Monday.
Later.